Greetings, this is Vane and welcome back to Let's Play Evil Genius, where we are going to be starting a new game. As always, I like playing on easy because I enjoy the story, and trust me, this game is no slouch. And we will be playing Maximilian, who will be making a return in the sequel. To control as Maximilian. Short, bad-tempered and utterly insane, you are the fabulously wealthy industrialist. Your ambition is to conquer the world through advanced research and technological supremacy. Thus, it begins.
New room blueprints now available.
Okay.
Check objective screen for new goals.
We start with evil intentions. Get acquainted with the island and start expanding your lair. To ensure a healthy minion force by building a barracks, you'll need at least one bunk bed and locker. Before you can send minions around the world to carry out acts of infamy, you need to construct a control room to help filter information. Make sure you have at least one control console and one memory bank. And it seems you are under scrutiny even before you begin. Somewhere on the island are some pesky investigators tipped off by your arrival. Eliminate them. Okay, well.
Use these buttons to quickly select the evil genius and cycle through your henchmen. Left-clicking selects and moves the camera to their position. Right-clicking just selects them. Enemy agents appear as red dots on the minimap. Left-clicking anywhere on it will focus the game view on that spot. The global alert buttons set your base to heightened states of defense. On yellow alert, minions will arm themselves with guns from the armory, but this has the side effect of scaring tourists. On red alert, your minions will run around attacking any agent they see, whether tagged or not. However, your normal base operations will be severely disrupted. The power status shows how much energy you are generating and consuming. If your power consumption exceeds the power you are generating, your base will shut down, leaving you defenseless. The Empire stats screen gives you important information about how efficiently your base is running. Henchmen are the most powerful weapons in your arsenal. In addition to their standard attacks, all henchmen have 3 special abilities. They all start with the Gather Minions ability, which rallies nearby minions round them for a short time period. Their 2 unique abilities can be unlocked by the accumulation of experience points gained by killing agents or by having your henchmen participate in successful acts of infamy. You start the game with a single henchman. As you gain notoriety, more will become available through special acts of infamy. Your notoriety is of course important when trying to attract henchmen, as they are a Vane bunch who will only work for an evil genius they respect.
So there we have it. We have Maximilian, and we have our henchman is Dubai, the samurai swordsman and sushi master. Just a quick scan of the island. Okay, so first off, minions. We have 3, we've got capacity for 5. Now what's worth doing is for workers, construction workers, is ignoring the capacity completely and just making sure that you've got the maximum. Basically, as our capacity increases, we will get more minions. And a lot of the early game is about doing things to increase your capacity, because more minions, the better. Okay, now we can start doing things. What do we want? We want to let's put a door in the strong room.
Object has been ordered.
And start digging into our complex.
Room construction underway. Room construction unpaused.
I mean, I've played this enough times that I have a fairly standardized layouts for how I want, how I like my layer to be. So,
Room construction unpaused.
I like to have 2 entrances up here, so they're relatively in ease of the depots, but they're not too.
Object purchase order confirmed.
But then I can have a
Object has been ordered.
sort of winding spiral heart into the middle of the base. So, I mean, for now we will get these done. And we're going to move Maximilian out of the storeroom into the actual base.
Yes.
I mean, the first thing we need to do is get that barracks built. And once we've got these tunnels done, we'll be able to build the barracks, which we're going to put up here because we like it nice and close to the entrance. Okay, there's our tags. We want to keep an eye on them. Now, we're not going to kill them outright, but we are going to make sure
Tag issued.
that we knock them out, keep everyone busy, so they stop them wandering around quite so much. They won't do anything. We haven't got to do a lot to them yet, but it just keeps them on the floor, stops them moving around a bit.
If you want your minions to react to a character's presence, you will need to attach a tag to them. Right-click on the target person to bring up the tag menu. Which tag is selected will determine how your minions react to the tagged person. An agent given a kill tag will be attacked on sight by your minions. The capture tag will prompt your minions to beat the tagged character unconscious and carry them to a cell if there is one vacant. The weaken tag causes social minions to use their psychological attacks. Minions will only react to tagged characters if they are in their line of sight, close by, or spotted by a surveillance camera. If no tag is attached to a target person, your minions will carry on with their current task and ignore them. They would not dare to presume to understand your evil intentions by apprehending a character without your express orders. Welcome to your uninhabited island of indeterminate location. A temporary strongroom has been set up, but you should begin carving your base into the mountain as soon as possible. To begin with, you will need to create at least one entrance into the mountainside. You can place one wherever you see mineable dirt along a flat mountain edge. Just right-click on the edge and select Exterior Door from the list. Think carefully where you place these entrances. They cannot be destroyed once built. Once you have an entrance, you can start expanding your base by building rooms and corridors from it. Good luck.
There we go. So that is that mostly done. Let's get our barracks done. Okay, I'm going to put you there. I'm going to do you there.
New home build order confirmed.
We want at least one locker
Object purchase order confirmed.
and at least one bunk bed.
Object has been ordered. Room construction unpaused.
Might as well put the door in as well while we
Object
think about it.
purchase order confirmed.
Okay. Maximilian, go and stand in
I
there.
need to be here.
Because the most important thing about having a barracks is that it will increase our minion capacity. It will take us up to a basic value of 10. But the most important aspect of barracks is that you can place lockers in them, and each locker increases your capacity by 1, which is useful in the early game. There we go. And as you can see, our capacity's gone up to 11 because we've got 1 locker and the default of 10. And that means that we'll just keep recruiting
You may have
more.
noticed that all people have 5 statistics. These represent the person's well-being. The higher the statistic, the better the person is feeling. Health determines the ability to survive physical damage. If a person's health drops to 0, they will die. Loyalty represents commitment to work. Disloyal minions are likely to cause trouble and may desert your organization. Agents reduced to 0 loyalty will forget about work and temporarily act like tourists, though they will snap out of this if they spot something suspicious. Smarts determines cleverness. People with low smarts are more likely to get caught by traps. If a person's smarts is drained to 0, they will become incapacitated, scratching their heads stupidly for a while. Agents reduced to 0 smarts will lose any heat they may have picked up. Attention represents alertness to trap sensors. Attentive people are more likely to avoid triggering them. When attention is drained to 0, characters will stand and scratch their heads for a while. Agents reduced to 0 attention will forget which areas they have explored. Endurance is a measure of fitness and energy. When reduced to 0 endurance, a person will collapse and remain unconscious for a time.
Okay. Now, first thing we should do is basically bulk out
Object has been ordered.
our barracks with as many lockers as we can possibly afford.
Object has been ordered. All construction workers are busy at the present time. Object purchase delayed.
Simply because
This object will be purchased when a minion is available for duty.
this will be our basic workforce.
All construction workers are busy at the present time. Object purchase delayed. This object will be purchased when a minion is available for duty.
And a lot of the early game is basically about getting your minion base
All
effectively up and
construction
running.
workers are busy at the present time. Object purchase delayed.
We'll put the bunk beds in. They're not as important, but they'll do.
Your minions are sycophantic lackeys that will work until their statistics are reduced to 0, at which point they may fall unconscious or become stupefied. If you want to keep them working efficiently, you can build many different objects that allow the minions to replenish their statistics. Remember though, you can only replenish your minions' loyalty by letting them watch interrogation, placing loot, or by using your circle of influence. On the other hand, you could simply execute them and obtain some new ones.
Yep. Okay, so that'll keep going. And for now, we'll work on our next objective, which will be to build a control room.
Room construction underway.
Rooms can be built in all kinds of shapes. It's good to leave a 2-tile wide entrance to rooms, so that later you can place doors there. Don't forget that objects can be ordered to be built whilst a room is still in blueprint form. It's generally better to build key places such as control rooms further inside the base where they will be safer. Build base entrances near depots to increase the efficiency of object purchasing and room building.
Okay.
Room construction unpaused.
I tend to go with a kind of spiral pattern, kind of complex for my design, especially from
Construction unpaused.
the early base, simply because although it takes us longer to get to and from, there's more chance of protecting the important areas of.
Important information will be relayed to you via the message bar and stored in the message history. Remember to check it often. Some messages are hyperlinks. Double-clicking on any object or character will bring up their properties pane. If you want to know more, click on the information icon to view a detailed glossary screen. Video help is accessible wherever you see the screen icon or from the glossary. Important clips will play automatically. I strongly recommend that you watch them.
Okay. For example, we're going to build our control room, which is pretty much the heart of our evil organisation. Right here, in the centre of the layer.
This object will be purchased when a minion is available for duty.
We need at least one control panel, we need at least one
All
memory bank,
construction workers are busy at the present time. Object purchase
and we will
delayed.
build a time clock, even though it's expensive because it allows us to control.
Room construction
going on in the room.
unpaused.
Now, I could expand this further and put a door there, but agents will get through doors no matter how secure they're locked, given enough time. Whereas our minions will still go the long way round. So it's almost worth, unless you need that access point, to basically keep a wall there because it keeps everything safe. And my strategy is normally to keep enough traffic going that people will react to whoever they can see. And now that we've got that done, we should have not only a healthy minion base forming, but we will have more than enough to get to our control panel, to get to our control room set up, and to where we can get access to the World Domination screen. And start earning some cash and plotting about our evil deeds. So we have basically a minion capacity of 28 now, which is pretty cool. So they'll slowly build up. Okay, so that's the control room done. Let's send Max a million to go and oversee what we need over the control room. What we are going to do is set this time clock. Basically, we want everybody in here if they're not anybody anywhere else. Basically, so they will generally congregate around the control room, which should hopefully keep their loyalty up.
New objects are available for purchase. New rooms are available for construction.
You now have access to the World Domination screen. From here, you will be able to commit acts of infamy all around the globe to increase your notoriety and steal valuable loot from under the noses of the forces of justice. Right now, though, the most important information to note is that the world map is your primary means of obtaining additional funds. You can send minions to any region in the world, where they will automatically steal money as long as the stealing option is selected for the region. Once in a region, your minions will send back their ill-gotten gains at regular intervals. It will be collected from a depot and taken to your strong room. Each region has a cash rating. The higher this is, the more cash your minions will steal. You can uncover the cash rating by having the required number of control panels active for the region. Having more minions stealing in a region will increase the amount of money stolen. Also, some minion types are better at stealing than others, so choose your forces wisely. Sending minions to a region is a simple process. Just select the region you wish to steal from, then select which men you wish to send from the minion list at the bottom of the screen. If you want to bring minions back to the island, just select them from the minion region list. Remember that it takes a little time for minions to travel to the world and back. The small numbers in the minion lists indicate minions currently in transit. As well as being a cash candy jar for you to dip your hands into, the World Domination screen gives you the opportunity to increase your notoriety. The best source of notoriety are acts of infamy, devious crimes that will win you terrible renown. Some acts of infamy will also award you with fabulously valuable loot. Most acts of infamy can only be uncovered by minions plotting in the region. To make minions in a region plot to uncover acts of infamy, select the plot option from the region screen. The more minions in a region, the faster they will uncover acts of infamy. Also, some minion types are better than others at plotting, so choose carefully who you send. Some acts of infamy are so outrageous that you will not be able to uncover them until you have increased your notoriety. Minions will automatically start working in a room, but you can control this more precisely by building a time clock. Moving the time clock slider allows you to turn a room off, which can be useful for saving power in a blackout situation. Alternatively, surplus minions can be assigned to the room so that the equipment is never vacant between shifts.
So there we go. And I think we will call it there. We've got access to a world domination screen, and we will set things up to progress the game in the next episode. So this has been Vane doing not Devious Plan A, but Let's Play Evil Genius. If you like what you see in here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring me on Patreon. And until next time, goodbye.